So yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. So the first thing I did it off camera. It was nothing crazy. I took the trumpet and I just made some highway ramps to get to the other side where the ore will be. And then I ran this 6-lane around the back side of the ore. This is going to act as not only connecting the highway in 2 spots, but also being able to loop the ore back around. So here I just connect the road to the highway ramp, and then I'm going to go down and I'm going to connect the 6-lane road to a roundabout I have on the other side of that little mountain. This is just to give this some more connections and to get people moving and flowing from one side to the other. And I also have this trumpet that's located right by the high density, and I just do a couple of little slip on and offs on there as well. So now that I got the highway laid out the way I wanted, we have to set up the roads. So I'm doing a one-way system from right to left, very similar to what I did in the oil section. Now this is mostly a guide again, because you have to kind of go with the assets. The assets are all different sizes. Some of them are huge and some of them are smaller. They're not quite as tiny as the oil rigs, but they are smaller, and then there's enormous ones. So you kind of lay out the setup to approximately what you want it to be, and you adjust as you go along. So that's exactly what I did, and yeah, it works out quite well that way. You need some kind of road setup. If you don't have anything there, you're not going to have anything to go by. So yeah, you have to kind of lay it out and then work with it and adjust. So once I get the basic layout of the one-ways going from right to left, I'm looking for access to go back onto the highways to loop back around and keep them looping outside the ore industry. You don't really want them looping inside. So you want them going right, left, hopping back on to another road, and then bringing them back to the beginning so they would have to go through again. If you have a lot of back and forth in your ore industry or any industry, that's where you get your traffic built up. So now when you start your industry, you're at level 1. So you have to paint, put down the main house and then paint the industry area. With this, we got the main house and then we got a few assets. I think it was 3. So then once you paint the industry area with the main house put down, you can add the other assets. Now again, just the same as oil, I did the extractor buildings first, storage second, and then the plants last. So this way they kind of went in that order through the industry area. So in all my industries, I always put a cargo train. It just helps push out the goods better, or raw material, whatever it is that they do. The trucks, it lessens the trucks quite a bit. Now, I just did a train video with Just Kano helping me fix my trains, so I really do hope I put this in correctly. I will have to check back with him to make sure everything is working properly, but I'm pretty sure it's good. So here we reached level 2, and we got a few more assets, and I just basically placed them exactly the same way as I did level 1. I do the extractors, the storage, and then the plants. So this way they keep following it through. Up top, I did change up a couple of things as far as, I think I put one of the extractors down lower, but I wanted them across. But eventually what happens is I check the traffic, and later on in the game, some of these do get moved and adjusted accordingly with traffic. So if I find that one road is getting traveled way more than another road, I will adjust it and move it, so this way it spreads the traffic out a little bit better. So in each one of my industries, I usually add at least one of these large warehouses, and just do it for the ore products. This way they at least all have one large warehouse. So we reached level 3, so we're almost halfway there. And I know this seems super quick, but in real life, your industries level up a lot slower. This is probably, again, 3 to 4 hours worth of work. And yeah, it's definitely not a 15-minute process. It takes quite a while. So here I was looking, I had this big processing plant, and I did stick it right there on the corner, and that kind of messes up the flow, and I do eventually move it later. Right now the traffic's not too bad because we're only at level 3. But as we move up and I start to get the other assets, I do adjust where things go and make the traffic flow much better. So here we are on level 4. So now we're starting to really fill things out. We're getting a little bit larger buildings, and I think we got the workers' barracks there and the maintenance buildings we have on the bottom. And I'm just sorting out where I want to put the extractors. We have much larger extractors. And yeah, so we're just finding space and rearranging the roads to fit the needs of the assets that we got. So throughout the process, I constantly check the traffic, and I just make small adjustments to anything that's getting a little bit built up, or if I see any lights on or anything like that. So we finally reached level 5, and I say finally after 11 minutes, but no, this was like, again, 4 hours. And yeah, we get the rest of our assets, so we definitely have to do a little bit more planning and adjusting to the different sizes that we do get. And this is where we actually have to manipulate and alter a lot more, because now this is our final kind of results. So once we get all the assets that we want put in, and I kind of get a look at the size and the shape and the road layout, this is where I kind of come back in and adjust everything. So this will be the final, like, say, of the layout. So it is a little tricky sometimes, but sometimes I like to place everything in and then I see what I have to work with. So now that I placed everything I want in the industry area, I just go back and check the traffic first. And this way, when I go ahead to adjust where I'm going to place the buildings, I see where the hot spots are and I try to adjust that as well. So here are the final results of the overall traffic and the overall of the ore industry. So I do focus a lot on the traffic, and as you can see, the traffic is amazing. And again, I just followed suit of what I did with the oil, from going from right to left. I honestly liked right to left better than left to right. I did try left to right, and for some reason it just didn't have the same flow. but when I went from right to left, it works. I don't know why, but this is what I came up with. So I don't know if you noticed, but my population went up quite a bit. And that is because while I was doing this ore industry area, it took so long. I put in a European high density area next to this off to the right side. So I will do an episode on that next time. And I'll let you see what I put in while I was doing the ore. I wanted to keep busy and find something else to do. And it just was running into too long of an episode to put both into one. So I decided to split it into two. And with that being said, I'll leave this episode off here. I really do hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. And yeah, if you like my content, please click the like button, subscribe, comment, and share. And thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So till next time. Bye, everyone.